watched a video last night on TikTok, and the person was talking about, knowing so much to a point where it takes from you, right? Knowledge does aid you, it jades you, right? This is why the older someone gets, the more miserable they get, the angrier they get, right? This is why people like to be surrounded by youth, by children, because ignorance is bliss, right? They don't know what's out there, right? This is why men like younger women, because younger women don't come with all that baggage, right? And, when you realize that you can't change what's going on, that shouldn't be your goal, right? But women, we have this perspective, this idea that we can change what we don't like, right? And life doesn't work that way. Women have a very unrealistic view of life, and this is why life be kicking women asses, right? Even if women are educated and highly paid, the realities of life fucks women over, because women don't accept life for what it is, whilst taking in all that information that's jading them, that's causing anger, that's, it does a lot to women, and we're not supposed to be carrying all that baggage. We're not supposed to. That's for men. Men are here to endure and withstand all of the bullshit that goes on. Now, as adults, we will, withstand things, but we're not supposed to take it on in the ways that we do. This is why we're lifeless after a certain point. You look in the eyes of women, there's nobody home, right? And it's because of life. Someone on my Instagram made a comment like, basically the world is not safe and all these things, right? And I said, what you are describing is life. Women have this idea that life is fair. Women have a very childlike, naive way of looking at things, right? Your life is your responsibility. You are responsible for what you don't know. No one is robbing you of your no one is stealing anything from you. No one is causing you to lose anything. Like, you have to look at life like that, right? That's how you take responsibility and protect yourself, when you remove yourself from victimhood. Now, I knew these things, I just didn't consciously know it. And how I knew these things for a long time is the way that the results I wanted in life, and the way that I conducted myself to have the results, right? Like last night, I woke up at like midnight, and I'm scrolling through TikTok, just having a key, not worrying about if somebody's asleep, or if I have to get up early and fix kids' breakfast and take them to school, and some man wanting to use my body as some fucking release, right? I don't have to worry about these things because I didn't want to, right? I knew I didn't want to be in that situation again, so I did everything in my power to not end up in the ways that I said I didn't want to end up. But in order for you to do that, you have to have an idea of what you want in life. A lot of women just don't know what they want. They kind of just go on with the flow. That's how women operate, very whimsical and flighty, and just not solid and grounded in anything. So things happen to you. Life happens to you when you're supposed to make life happen, right? Believing human behavior, understanding it, accepting it, that is most of the work. Right, so I wrote a post on Facebook saying that when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Don't give people the benefit of the doubt. Even if a lot of people are incredibly stupid, right? So they don't even really realize what they're doing. They know what they're doing, but I don't think people understand the magnitude of the things that they say and do. That's why when they get the reaction from it, they don't know. They're like, oh, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. So yesterday I was having a conversation with someone about social media and my social media platforms and how people watch me and people that we know in common. And she goes, the things that I heard about you, now that peaked. I know what she meant behind it, like the things people say about me, because no one fucking knows anything about me based off of me uploading videos and pictures on the internet. That's not what she was saying. But the tone, right? The connotation behind it is usually the stance most women take. Like, they're happy it's me and not them. Right? Women have a lot of shit with them that people don't take seriously. Right? Now, I may not react to everything I see in women, but I always keep it in the back of my mind. Right? The truth about women is women are always in competition. Women are dangerous, especially when it comes to men. And I watch women, especially when it comes to men. That is who women truly are. Right? A lot of women could not withstand what I withstand in this life. They couldn't. Women check themselves out for less. Right? So women are in survival mode in a lot of ways. And they remain there because they don't learn how to adapt to life. Why? Because women don't want to accept life for what it is. They want life to be the way they want it. And they think life is supposed to adapt to them. That's not how this works, right? My first conversation with someone, she mentioned someone we know in common. And the reason why she did that was because she was trying to let me know in a roundabout way that she has a relationship with him. It doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. She was just planting seeds. She was name dropping because she was trying to show me I know him. I know this person. Women do little covert bullshit like that because they're in competition. Especially with women they think men will want. I see this all the time, and y'all see it too. You ever walk by a woman and her husband and she start hugging and kissing on him? Because she wants to establish dominance. She wants to mark her territory. No matter how poor her husband is, no matter how ugly he is, right? Women do this shit to me all the time. Like, sister, my life is better than yours, and your man provides your life for you, and I don't have that, and my life is better than yours. I look better than you. And I don't mean features, I mean just my life in general. You can see that I'm at peace. You can feel I'm at peace. You're not at peace. That's why you feel like you need to prove and assert yourself when you see a woman, a beautiful woman in the presence of your man. Even though I wouldn't even spit on him if he was on fire. But these are the things that I recognize in women. Women are always in competition. Women have a jealous and an envious spirit in them. Why? Especially when it comes to men. Why? Because men are a means of survival for a lot of women. And a woman who they think a man would choose over them is a threat to that survival. You don't have to even know the man. The women just have to feel like the man would want you. But this is how women are, and I've accepted that, right? And so that's how I move through this life. I don't put shit past no woman. I don't care what I shared with her. I don't put shit past no woman. Because women are dangerous. One of the main reasons why women operate from a very mindless, shallow, whimsical, flighty way. So they don't put importance to the things that they're doing. They just do shit, and then they deal with the consequences later. I spoke on this before. I believe I have a protection series on TikTok. You have to protect yourself from women because of men. Men will put you in all kinds of fucked up situations because they don't take the shit women got going on between each other, the tension and all that shit that's always there, they don't take it serious. So they'll keep women around, right? They'll put you in situations. They'll do these things. And I realize that no matter how solid the man is, men need women. So they're always going to keep women around. And when you are around, there's always competition for his gaze. That's just how women are. Right? And so to protect myself and all that, because I have a lot to lose, right? I keep a distance, a disconnect, a detachment. Because I understand what's at stake here. Men really don't, because they don't care. Women are not a threat to them. Women are a game to them. They don't really care. So none of this shit is serious with them. But I know what it's like to be a woman, and I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of attacks from women just for looking how I look and them thinking a man wants me. Women are very childlike, petty, and animalistic. I don't put shit past them. Men don't care, but I do. And it's my life, and I have to protect myself. Right? But these are the things that I accept about people, about human behavior. I don't expect anyone to take care of me. My life is not in anyone else's responsibility. I'm not building a life with a man. I'm never having kids for a man, right? I had a daughter because I was young, experimenting with my body with a boy my age. As an adult, I never thought, oh my God, I love him so much that I want to have a baby, because I never wanted to put myself in that position where I was stuck with somebody because of a kid. When I was ready to take my talents elsewhere, I just moved on, right? Because men are who they are and what they are. So either you're going to be transactional with men, or you're going to be extremely detached and just enjoy them. Right? So if you want to have babies, if you want to get married, this shit has to make sense for you. It has to be a transaction. Can't be on no love shit. You can't risk yourself. That's not love. Or you just have to totally be self-sufficient, and a man is there to give you companionship, and there's nothing more. I mean, these are the things that women don't want to hear. They don't want to face because it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good like the fantasy. Like a man is going to be happy with you for the rest of his life and never going to want anybody else. And to know all of these things and maintain your peace, your serenity, your happiness. I do. Because none of this shit even matters. I don't have to do shit for a man. There will always be a woman ready to suck dick, fuck, cook, clean. I don't have to do nothing. No man needs me. Men need women. So that's one less thing I gotta show. I don't stress about shit. I don't give a fuck, because there's nothing I can do about it. Whatever a man decides to do. Right? And I don't have to try to stop anybody from doing anything, because that's not my fight. None of this shit is. My concern is survival and getting what I need in life. And thriving. Right? I don't entertain women's bullshit, because a lot of women are just developmentally arrested and they're never going to get out of that. Right? As long as it doesn't affect my quality of life, it is what it is. Let the natives fight amongst themselves. Let women compete amongst themselves. Let men pit women against. I'm not engaging in none of that shit. But it's easy for me to do that because I'm detached from a lot of this bullshit. Right? My life is going to be good whether whether a man is in my life or not. Right? I have that luxury. And if I wanted the other side, which is marriage and children, then the shit would have to be extremely transactional, and I would have to go to a certain caliber of man where I'm trading my womb for way more than I can do for myself. A man will have to be totally just a certain caliber of man. Because I'm a certain caliber of woman, right? I don't want that, so I got to be self-sufficient. And being self-sufficient is understanding things are what they are, right? You can't change it, except human behavior, right? And is what it is.